In brightest day, in blackest night, here comes some more trash James Gunn blight. Let those who worship evil's might beware, this show is Green Lantern shite.
What the hell is even that?
Holy God, what are you showing me? His head. Come on!
Are we for real right now? This doesn't look good at all, man. I mean, at this point, being a Green Lantern fan is a humiliation ritual. It's gotta be.
Wow, this is garbage.
After James Gunn crapped out a mid-at-best Superman film, a dog shit season of Peacemaker, and a wannabe Suicide Squad cartoon that most people forgot existed, he wanted to distract us from how drab Supergirl looks with a trash Lanterns trailer that looks even more drab.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Here you go, kids. Here's a Green Lantern show with no color, character, or visual appeal that's synonymous with these characters.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
How do you get mogged by a deleted scene screenshot that Zack Snyder shot in his driveway?
Zack Snyder
was able to build this in a
driveway
with a box of scrap!
Hell, as bad as the Ryan Reynolds movie was, at least it had color. At least the comic book elements were right in your face and visible. It's like Gunn internalized all of the criticisms for how oversaturated everything looked in Superman and said, okay, let's do a total 180. Or maybe he's truly retarded and thought Superman was bright and colorful because it was hopeful and goofy. This is supposed to be serious and gritty, so it has to look like the most depressing coloration you've ever seen.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
And I'm not just trying to be a rage baiter farming for clicks. I may not read comics much anymore, but I was a regular reader for the better part of a decade back in high school, and Green Lantern has always been one of my favorite heroes. Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and some New 52 stories were my main introductions to the characters, and sure, those may not have been the pinnacle of Green Lantern stories, but I am definitely not some novice when it comes to these characters. I've been patiently waiting for a new adaptation ever since the last attempt scared Warner Brothers away for nearly 15 years, and unfortunately, this just isn't it.
I'm the guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I'm gonna break down this trailer as objectively as I can, but I'm not gonna hold back either. And I know Gunn isn't the showrunner for this show, but he's the head of the studio. Anything and everything leads back to him, good or bad. But yeah, let's get into it. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, please like, subscribe, and help me reach 5K subs. Now back to the video.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
Why the hell does Hal sound like frickin' Foghorn Leghorn?
That's a joke, boy. You missed it.
If their plan is to make Hal a complete dick in order to make John look like the better person, you've already lost the plot and my interest. And since former CIA op Tom King is writing this, it's clear there's some racial undertones here that absolutely have no reason to exist. For those who don't know, Tom King is literally a former CIA counterterrorism officer who transitioned into comics. He specializes in psyops and pushing the message. And if my instincts are correct, these undertones have no place in this story. Even if they don't always see eye to eye, Hal and John always have each other's back and have a strong friendship. And Hal isn't some racist. He's friends with frickin' aliens, for God's sake. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I've seen enough politics and social messaging shoved into so many superhero projects at this point that I'm overly aware when I sense it coming.
All right. I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
I'm cool with the training story, but Hal Jordan right off rip being portrayed as a washed up asshole, like I've said, is just so out of character. Hal's always been a smartass and a little bit wily, but he feels like the same as Guy Gardner from Superman, and that shouldn't be the case. They're completely different characters, and Hal would never put someone in a risky situation like that if they could have died. I mean, he literally left his ring in the car and couldn't save John if things went wrong. It paints Hal, one of DC's most iconic heroes, in a very bad light. And whether you're a complete normie with no pre-existing knowledge or a diehard comic book fan, I don't think anyone is gonna like this interpretation of his character.
Something is off here.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Put another gay diverse woman in it. Make it more fucking lame.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt.
All John has done is tear Hal down the entire trailer thus far, and he continues to after this. John and Hal are good friends, or they're supposed to be. I understand this is early on in their relationship, but it seems very far-fetched that these guys are gonna end up becoming close.
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect.
That suit is fucking horrible, man. Guy Gardner in Superman has a lot of color on his suit, so where's all the color for Hal and John? And why is it an actual physical suit just hanging in a closet? Sure, some iterations it's a physical garment rather than a manifestation of lantern energy, but could you make it look any more lame and unappealing?
What is this shit?
And how much do you want to bet they're gonna wear it for the final episode and that's it? I thought we left being embarrassed of superhero costumes in the early 2000s, but I guess not.
We both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job, as long as I'm alive. That ain't changing.
Great, that basically confirms Hal's gonna die in this show. When Kyle Chandler, who I am a fan of, was cast as Hal, many people like me found it strange to cast an older actor if you're gonna keep him around for a cinematic universe. Unless your plan is to kill him off early and give the spotlight to John.
Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
And this is just such a miscalculation, a horrible one. There are 4 lanterns to a quadrant for a reason. These characters, including Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner, all have unique traits they bring to the table. They're distinct and don't overshadow one another. Hal and John are awesome characters in their own right. You don't need to Minecraft Hal in order to elevate John.
What, are you retarded?
James Gunn, you fucking moron. The entire point of having a Green Lantern Corps is teamwork, you dumb asshole. Fuck you.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. And your time is up.
Yeah, we get it. Shit on the legacy characters to prop up the new ones. Real original, James. It's funny because unlike Ray or Ironheart or some other garbage character, John is fantastic, like I've said. When is Hollywood gonna learn that tearing down and humiliating legacy characters doesn't make us like the new character? It just makes us hate everything about a project.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I mean, the action looks okay, but this looks like a True Detective, Taylor Sheridan ripoff more than a Green Lantern show. Personally, I'm a fan of shows that are more gritty and take themselves seriously rather than throwing MCU slop jokes in every 5 seconds, but classic colorful superhero elements and a serious tone don't have to be mutually exclusive. And it's freaking wild, like, we're 25 years into the superhero movie era and studios still don't realize this.
Yeah, you suck. You just fucking suck.
And furthermore, I don't think a super grounded detective story serves the character of Green Lantern. We're talking about a spacefaring adventurer, intergalactic guardians that encounter aliens and galactic threats on the daily. And yet we're focusing on buttfuck Nowheresville Yellowstone ripoff for the setting. Could it work? Sure, but it feels like we're shoving a round peg into a square hole. It doesn't exemplify what the essence of Green Lantern is all about.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Who? Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this at all. And sure, Sinestro is slated to appear. They could be hiding a lot in terms of the colorful superhero action and imagery that I'm looking for, but a trailer is essentially a commercial for a movie or a show, and I'm not buying what they're selling right now.
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
James Gunn and Tom King are terrorists. Is this alien line supposed to make Hal look like some closed-minded racist? The guy who is close with Kilowog and Tomar Ray, who used to be friends with Sinestro, who is a critical part of the Green Lantern Corps, which are all fucking aliens except for like 4 of them.
I'm in tremendous pain! I'm in tremendous pain! Help me, help me, help me!
This is an older Hal. Why the hell has he been a Green Lantern for seemingly decades and somehow he still doesn't like the aliens? It makes no sense. But then I remembered again, Tom King wrote this, and then it did make sense. He's famously a deconstructionist who will tear down established characters and lore in order to tell the narrative that he wants to, regardless if it makes sense for the characters involved. And he's a habitual offender when it comes to putting messaging and ideology over good stories. Plus, Damon Lindelof, another writer for the show, made the Watchmen series, perhaps the most woke intersectional garbage I've ever seen. If you haven't seen the show, Dr. Manhattan, aka literal God basically, handed over his nuts to a woman, at least metaphorically speaking. So yeah, that's the trailer. Gunn hasn't delivered anything in this universe since he was named head of DC Studios that's given me any hope for the direction of this franchise. With Warner Brothers likely being bought by Paramount in the near future, if Supergirl and Lanterns both flop, you can kiss this universe goodbye. And Gunn knows this too. There's a reason he rushed into the production of Man of Tomorrow as quickly as he could. There's a really good chance that this new DCU is gonna be a memory sooner before later. And with what I've seen so far, good riddance. Thank you so much for sticking with the video this long. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Did the trailer catch your eye, or are you as disappointed as me? This will probably start a war in the comments, but who do you like better, Gunn or Snyder, and why? And which is your favorite movie from them? Again, sharing the video, liking, commenting, or subscribing really helps me, and I appreciate all of the support. I'll see y'all in the next one.